beautiful darlings, how the devil are you? Welcome to the new subscribers. Yay to the VIP tribe. And thank you for joining me on this channel. I'm Nikki Allen and I'm here to bring you things that are just out of this world. Today, buckle in and get prepared because I'm going to take you up to the Crystal Palace. I've already got to the foyer area and I'm going to be taking you through and finding out what heaven has got for us today. How exciting, isn't it? So literally just lay back and listen or watch this little mug here and let's get on with it. I just want to do a little bit of a five to 8 hertz. Dearest Divine, I please ask as a collective that we enter into the Crystal Palace. Please take us on a journey and bring to humanity what you wish to impart for the greater good, for healing, for learning, whatever you want to bring us, please do. Currently with Archangel Gabriel in the main foyer, and first of all he's making me aware that some of you may be experiencing more headaches and more pressure around your temple area, third eye, any part of your divine chakra system here and here. This is because of the intensity of the transition, so people that are sensitives or light workers will experience this pressure. There are also a number of things taking place, as we've already told you, concerning the seismic shift of the planet and readjusting to this new transition we find ourselves in. Please try and use anything to allay these headaches. Holistically, grounding, getting out in nature, connecting with Mother Gaia, using your crystals, and know that this is all part of the transition. Obviously, I have to say that if it is a continual headache, please go and seek medical advice. However, this is part of the light workers' burden at the moment, including possible fatigue, mood swing disruption, potentially ailments that are just ridding themselves of your body, ready for this next transition. We are with you, we carry you. Please allay your fears and let us hold you during this time. Okay, he's taking me through the main door in front of me, which is leading out to the archway, which is covered in bougainvillea and roses and honeysuckle. It's beautiful, the archway. I know where I'm going. He's walking me through the celestial garden. To my right, there are loads of roses. They're red for me today. I find myself bathed in pink today. Archangel Jeremiel, self-love. Possibly, yeah, I've got pink in my eyelids as well. So she's presiding, bringing love, calm, balance to your souls as you listen to this frequency. I'm aware that there's tapping and banging in the room, which is just the presence of the divine. Thank you. So I'm being met by, I assume, a spirit guide. He doesn't feel angelic. He's in a white gown. And he's taking me through the gates to the halls of learning. I'm in the main foyer of the halls of learning, checkered floor. All the brass plates are on the side of people that have notably changed or honoured soul contracts for humanity in a big way. There's the Adam and the Eve, huge bronze statue. And as I look up, the canopy that's being portrayed on the roof of the ceiling is thank you, raising thank you. There's flurrying clouds going on a sky that's racing ahead, which reminds me of the Eight of Wands. Action is coming into fruition now. And there is a dove of peace that's just flown past. So I feel that there may be some acceleration in peace in war-torn areas. There may be agreements. There may be decisions made out of the blue concerning Syria, Gaza, Pakistan. There's infiltrations, leaders will be standing down. Okay. What else do you need to impart? He's an ascended master, this man. I know he's not a man, but you know what I mean. But I don't know who he is. Is it Germain? Saint Germain? Put it in the comments below if you know who that is. Thank you. I'm liking the tapping. I hope you can hear it on the camera. Well, this is going to ruffle a few feathers, but it is what it is. He's talking about the inauguration of Trump. He's not calling him his name, but I know that's the image he's showing me of the free world, the assumed leader of the free world. There are borders that will be, he's talking about whether, how politically you stand. There will be the Libran energy of scales, so some balance will be brought and still there will be a divided country on actions to be taken. I am showing borders south, so that's going to be Mexico, Canada. Change it to the east, importations, exportations. It feels like there's going to be some shift or action taken to do with borderlands. As he comes in, there's going to be a striking action towards wars that America are involved in. All I can see is just a big meeting room and a general there, so I assume they're showing me buzzing started. Positive action, decisive action on the war and military personnel. Thank you. I'm seeing poppies. There could be, is that something to do with Colombia or poppies? I see it more as heroin, and do you know what I mean? Poppy fields. So I don't know what's happening there, but they're bringing that up. There's also growth here. There's flowers that are now unfolding, so there is growth for your nation. They are steadying the way forward for what will be created where the fires have been. There are hidden plans of potentially changing the face of LA by implementing more building structures. I feel like this will be LA, though I feel like it will be rebuilt in a community way, but there have been talks of various structures being placed. I don't know if it's a smart city but I don't feel that's going to happen. There's a lot of money being invested into LA, and there will be action taken towards rebuilding the community. The seraphim are now singing in my ears to show the healing, the work they're doing with the souls that were lost. Archangel Jeremiel is now present with the pink light, connected with Jeremiel, stating that she is trying to heal and replenish what has been lost. There will be a huge monument raised. I do know that there's structures they're creating, but there'll be a huge monument raised in memory of souls lost for the fires. Like a ground zero thing. There'll be talks with Russia. There's some sort of talks going on that's coming up in the next few months as well. He's going in with a boom. There are some belief systems and things that he wishes to implement that won't appease the public. However, movement is afoot in the grand nation. It's now taking me to the UK. Is that Kier Starmer? Yeah, he's showing me number 10. We, of course, would normally just speak to your souls and bring learning from the heavens. However, it appears that many are lost or wish for news on what is happening on the material plane. There seems to be some inquiry that's going to go in. There's a question mark next to 10. So I don't know if there'll be an inquiry or there'll be some shift of leadership, but there's something possibly that can be exposed concerning Kier Starmer. I feel, when I look into his energy, I feel secretive, deceitful. I don't feel that he's completely genuine. And there potentially could be some change around the environment here, and that something to do with the Home Secretary. I have no idea of politics. I have no interest in politics, but I know that many of you do. I have no views. I'm literally following what I'm seeing. Again, there's another dove of peace. So there's a lot of peace talks. There's a lot of calmness coming, and I feel like potentially we could be shifting him if we can. But there is some form of shift in the UK government. The anger still resides, or the action still resides with Putin. There will be more news of this. There also is some form of support or change of status in the Ukraine. Perhaps they're getting help from other countries. Could we do this in another session? I was not planning this. You can't plan with the divine, that's true. Thank you. I'm just trying to change the energy a little bit because I would have rather have done this in like news and views. Doors are opening and I'm in the chamber of Metatron and he's writing, he's scripting in the, thank you, Akashic records. There's a peacock symbolism, because there's a peacock symbol that's just showing itself in the corner of the room. So we need to find out what the spirit animal type is of a peacock. If someone could put that in the comments below, that would be amazing. They'll ask me to sit down. I have a hand on my shoulder by, is it Germain? My left shoulder almost grounding me whilst I sit in the presence of Metatron, who's looking like a bit like Dumbledore. It's got his, this is his studious imagery of him with his glasses. He's scribing in Aramaic in gold in the for the first time in many, many years, decades, centuries, the path of the universal flow is being rewritten. As you have already shared, there will be many more celestial events which mark the transitional period. 25th shows us planets aligning in one sure Q, which is marking the beginning of a new era. These planets will align in their 7, and you'll be able to view some of the phenomena from the Earth. This is a wonderful time for us to be on the planet. But as always, humans tend to show discomfort in change or going beyond their comfort zone. And we know that there will be more ripples, if you like, in the water. However, we are keeping you afloat, and there should be no worry whilst this takes place. The soul is a very divine and resilient creature. We tend to forget the strength of the soul and the fact that it is eternal. So we implore you, as things shift celestially and on the earth plane, that you connect with your inner self. Introspection is a way forward for you to see truth, your own personal truth and strength. Your portal exits, chakra systems, need to be aligned, and we ask that you maintain these as we move forward. The essence of connection, of community, is very important at this time, and we must make sure that we stay connected, stay in our numbers, in the light. We have opened up a major portal for those that meditate, those that want to connect to our frequency. There is a beautiful landscape for you to feel more comfortable that we are affording and adding to our chambers. This is a place of nature, of peace, safety, harmony, balance. Here we hope to take many, many of you to align yourself to the frequency that you were born from. Here we've created human comforts, rainbows, insects, animals, grass, trees, rivers, seas. We ask you to send intention in your meditations and in your times of walking in your own nature that you wish to experience this other frequency. This frequency is a new earth imagery that will assist you in keeping your vibration in our frequency. This is a new layer and a new way for you to feel more accustomed to our chambers. Some may feel intimidated, some may feel that they are perhaps out of their depth by facing celestial beings, so we have created an extra layer. This is known as the earth layer for simplicity, and we welcome you to this new layer of consciousness. We are able to create new layers of consciousness for humankind to help them on their human incarnated path. Therefore, we are taking you to a place of nature, of freedom, for you to experience what it is like to be in this frequency, but not fear. There is so much fear of what media and religions have exposed to humanity in respect of not knowing who you will connect with, opening your energy up and potentially attracting negativity. We have told you many times through this vessel that there is no misalignment with what you attract. If your heart is good and you are benevolent, you will experience nothing but goodness and benevolence. The laws of the universe have never changed in this respect. Everything is held by magnetic frequencies, and you will attract everything that is beautiful and what your soul needs to hear. We ask you, we welcome you, we encourage you to send your frequency into your alpha, theta, beta brainwave states and experience the true strength of your soul. For this is the time for you to experience this, to be educated by us. And very gently, when we know that you are regularly in the frequency of the earth layer, we will gently introduce various beings to you, whether they be of the ilk of your pets, your loved ones, ascended masters, guides, all of the human titles, angels. But we ask you to walk in this space and just be. There is far too much pressure and energy, as Gabriel has already stated, in respect of the pressures that are being brought to your divine chakras. We are allaying this by allowing you to come into the earth layer with no fear. Walk in the fields, the meadows, swim in the oceans, wherever your soul wishes to take you. The more that you reside in our frequency, the more you will see the truth. The more you will see the truth of your own soul, your soul purpose, your path. And we will also expose, if needed, parts of your soul contract that need to be honoured. We want you to understand and be more educated on what is taking place down on the human path. Thank you. So we encourage you to open your energy and take a walk in our new frequency layer, which is very easy to connect with. We ask all you have to do is perhaps either play your music, play your frequency, or just sit in the energy and imagine that you are standing in a field full of wildflower. Think of nothing else, and we shall do the rest for you. We, as in your soul guides, your spirit guides, shall assist you in taking you to this frequency. This is part of the transitional human title of 5D that will help you to accustom yourself to this higher state of consciousness. Show me a lamb. I don't know what that means either. I have to look at the animal totem for a lamb. Unless it's representing spring, new growth, resurrection from death, resurrection of old eras, growing back. You know, I think it's trying to show me the cycles of nature. You know, nature knows that it needs to die, lose its leaves and hibernate to then resurrect itself in the spring and create regrowth. And I feel that he's bringing this to us, that we need to let go and be rid of, to be rid of things that are hanging in the past that don't serve us for our future or present. He's reminding me of the spider analogy that I spoke with somebody about the other day. He's reminding me of this conversation and wishes for me to impart this. I do believe I've done this before. However, he's asking me to do it again. If you imagine that your life is a web, a spider's web, and every single intrinsic line of that web is part of your consciousness, your soul, and your physical bodies, and your emotional reaction to what takes place on the earth plane. So we're meshing together both, or all bodies, mind, body, and soul. So when something hits a spider's web, and I remember I've shared this story with you where I used to smoke many, many years ago, and I'd just come out from a therapy session and just sat in a field, and there was a web on the wing mirror of my car, and I flicked the ash and a bit of ash hit the web. Within seconds, a spider came out from behind the wing mirror of the car and went straight to the ash, and I actually watched it examine the ash, and it threw it off its web. It then reinstated and cleansed that part of the web and went back in again. And it was one of the most powerful visions of my life. It was the most powerful thing to see, because the web is everything that affects us in every way. And so the analogy is that if you have something hit your web, go straight to it and see if it's worthy. If it's something that will feed your soul or help you in your growth, then take it off of that web and carry it into your back room and use it for your growth, for your lessons, for your learning. And if it's something that isn't good for you, that is hanging on the web, don't leave it there, because the next thing that hits will eventually break all of those beautiful lines that are formed in that web and create a huge gap in that web. And with this gap, you can no longer attract anything, for there is a huge hole. And there is nothing for you to attract, to hold on to, or have the ability to look to see if it is good for you or bad. So everything that hangs on your web, you have to look at and decide whether you wish to keep it, or if it's not good for the health of your web, you need to eradicate it. You need to get rid of it, release it from your web. Repair the web if it has been broken by something that hasn't been good for you. Reinstate the strength, reinstate that beautiful natural phenomena of a web. Reinstate it. There's a lot to be learned from spiders. You know, the number 8, the infinity symbol, the fact that they are a very spiritual animal totem. They show you that you're on your spiritual path when you see a spider. The karmic ramifications of killing spiders through your own egotistical fear is not acceptable. They are here to help clean our planet, clean our homes. Have the courage to release them to the wild or leave them be. Always, always, when anything hits you, comes to you, happens for you on the earth plane, examine if it needs to stay hanging on your web, needs to be got rid of or taken into your room of desires, goals, growth, learning. Examine everything that comes to you on this earth plane. And if you continually do this, you'll have nothing but a beautiful, growing, healthy web that will attract beautiful things and will not break and will just continue to get stronger. Look how strong a spider's web is. There's going to be a lot more coming about with, you know, the technology of the web and the actual material they use. I'll have to look at that and see what happens in the near future. They could already be experimenting, or I hope not, on spiders, but just the material they create. You know, like cotton with the silkworm and that kind of thing. Or is it silk? I don't know, but do you know what I mean? Not cotton, I mean the silkworm. Sorry, I'm trying to think and I can't because I'm up there. I'm still in the presence of Metatron. My eyelids are purple. So he's still scribing away. 11, 12, 11th of December is significant. Positive change. My birthday, the 17th of September. I feel that's a lunar shift because he's just shown me my crescent moon. This is good. This is good for earth and water signs this year for some reason. He's shown me Pisces, fish, and the earth sign of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, grounding, change, shift, embracing more knowledge, success, drive, ambition, being in the limelight for creating greater good. Keep your web strong. Keep it repaired. Don't allow things to hang on it that don't serve you and will break your web. I'm now being taken to a garden which is full of orange trees. It's taking the orange. Okay. For some reason, with this transitional shift, our bodies will require us to have the optimum levels of vitamin C. Again, check medically, but this has been encouraged for us to improve our vitamin C levels, which I do every day. Thank you very much. And it's important, yeah, with show moon and sun. Sun aligning, vitamin D during this time. If you're in a place of lack of sun, this will become, it's a lot stronger at the moment because of the celestial shifts that are taking place, the beautiful shift of energies taking place on the planet. There seems to be a need for us to, you know, watch our levels of vitamin D and C. They're pleased to see there is a bigger shift in people rising with the sun, acknowledging the sunset for, you know, the earthing activities that take place and being exposed to that. And we're also encouraged now with the lunar frequencies being stronger for some reason to work with moon ceremonies. And this is a great way to deal with your web during full and new moons. They're showing me so much more. I'm becoming quite fascinated with moon, lunar, and sun energy, which is a lovely thing to experience. I, by no means, I'm an expert at all, but for some reason, I'm very much being attracted to moon phases and working with the lunar energy for ceremonies, letting go, ordering, stating my goals, dreams, desires in the moon energy. And of course, it's also great for your crystal charging. Note today that my soul has felt free of having any crystal energy in my body. I am having it surrounding me. I know that I have citrine, celestite, selenite, amethyst, rose quartz, orange carnelian surrounding me. So sometimes your soul will know how long. Just cleanse yourself, eradicate yourself of, I'm going to put my EMF necklace on afterwards, I've just been told. Just to literally have a break from having the crystals on your energy, charge them in selenite, whatever you need to do, and then place them back on when you feel the need to. Listen to your soul energy. Listen to what it wants on its body in respect of crystals. Listen to what you may need to get for yourself. You will be shown. And this is why we're encouraging the Earth Layer visitations, for you to become more aligned with what your soul requires. We are pleased in the amount of souls that are raising their vibrancy, and we are pleased with them being open to upgrading, if you like, their consciousness. There is a big shift of consciousness taking place now. We encourage a lot of the collective that are exposed to this session to do mirror work. Thank you. I'm suddenly been manifested into the chamber. I know this chamber very well. I've been visiting it for years. So are my students. This is the eye chamber. The eye chamber is basically a reflection of you. It's introspection. It is a mirror of your soul, and it shows and tells you what you need to help serve your path, to serve your well-being, to serve your health, your mindfulness, your mental health, and what's destined for your path. The more that you sit in front of a mirror, obviously it was used as a divination tool for scrying. It can be self-affirmations, it can be facing your self-love challenges, telling yourself of your beauty, looking into the truth of your eyes. There's a very powerful exercise I used to do where I used to just tell pairs in my workshops to just stare at each other, and it's almost like a namaste kind of exercise where you're honouring each other's soul and looking through the windows of the soul and just embracing what comes from that. But this is a different aspect. This is you looking into the mirror and looking and staring at yourself and being comfortable in your own energy, in your own body, in your own space, and potentially have some paper for automatic writing to write what your soul wants to tell you. It's another beautiful way to just connect in with yourself, to see what needs changing, shifting, polishing, tweaking, removing. Just look at yourself. How can I help you? And then write, express. You'll see visions. It's a beautiful way to check in with your inner child, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, and see if there needs to be any change made. And if there is a need for you to create affirmations. Sorry, my throat chakra is really pulling today. If you have, anything that you need to work on it. Journal it, walk it out, swim it out, whatever it is that you need to do. If there's affirmations that come to mind, repeat them until you feel you don't need to anymore. You will lead a far better experience in this lifetime. In this lifetime, by checking in on yourself as regularly as you can. No matter how busy you are, there is no excuse for you not giving yourself me time. There is no excuse. If you're sitting there, scrolling on your phone for 5 minutes, stop and actually look at yourself in the mirror, or check in with yourself. How am I feeling? Where do I hurt? Where do I feel uncomfortable? How do my chakras feel? What am I feeling today? What have I been exposed to today? What's worked for me? What's worked against me? How do I change this? Can I change it? If not, do I have to accept it? It is the secret to your happiness and abundance. It is your key to the whole of your earth path life. It really is. And you get to a stage where when you regularly do something, you automatically start doing it. Your soul goes, it's that time. I want to acknowledge the angels. I want to acknowledge how I am. I want to spend 5 minutes with a cuppa, just thinking, how am I feeling? How am I doing? How is my inner child? And then if there is trauma, shadows, ash on your spider web, then you need to feel that you need to take steps to alleviate that. Take steps, whether it's counselling, whether it's certain holistic remedies, pursuits. Take action on what needs to be changed. You will not be served by holding things in that you don't want to face. You've got to get them out there and face them. The Aurora team could take you through so much pain, but you know what? When you're out the other end, it'll be the lightest you've ever been in your life. Yeah, the eye's just gone blue. Throat chakra. Jeremiel's with me now. Different shade of purple. Jeremiel is the Archangel of life reviews, particularly when you go up to the spirit world. But he wishes to... Yeah, it's not my reflection. It's what I want to share with humanity. Reviewing your life. Jeremiel assists you with life reviews. So if you are thinking, where am I? I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know what decisions to make. Invoke Jeremiel. He is the Archangel of gathering everything up. It's like the Judgment card, the Major Arcana card. It's like he's gathering everything up for you in your consciousness. He will show you the relevant visions, thoughts, feelings that have taken place. And he will then help you unmuddle it all to see what you keep, webinality, and what you move on from. And create plans. He's talking about creating plans. You need to create goals. You need to create a destiny spot. You need to create an aim, a target, whether it's tiny little baby step or it's a huge momentous shift in your life. You need to create plans. You need to aspire to something. And once you've created those plans, written them out, affirmed them, moon ceremony, whatever it is, invoke Jeremiel and ask him what you wish, or Michael, Jophiel, the Archangel of Manifestation. You then let it go and let it be, and let God and let the universe serve what you've asked for. And when it's right, it will come to you. Impatience is one of our biggest faults here. It's one of our biggest faults. Impatience is one of the biggest ego problems that creates us going against soul contracts, us doing things out of desperation, out of need, out of worry. You need to let it go. Send out what you need and let it go. Let them do the work. Step aside and let them do their job. Their job is to assist us. It's like the helpline. I've just been shown Hunger Games when they're in the dome, and then a sponsor sends a gift to them. You know, when the wings come down and they get sent a gift, it's exactly the same thing. They will send you signs, synchronicities, gifts, opportunities, people, situations in your life. And you just have the strength when your soul says, go for this. I know it's not great. I know it's not your option, but go for it, because I'm telling you, you will get where you need to go. And you have to remember, the biggest word of the year is transition. There are so many changes being implemented this year, from leaders to technology. AI is absolutely humming along. Disclosure. There's so much change going on. And if we don't connect with ourselves, we're going to find it hard to do these transitions, because our ego system will go, oh my God, this has happened, that's happened, what am I going to do? But inside, your soul is just a swan. He's a swan going along. So, mid-meditation, doesn't matter, I can go straight back up, it's not a problem. The battery drained, and it's full battery. So, sorry about that. I completely forgot where we were because I'm down here. But yeah, the battery completely drained and I had to charge it. Well, I've got the charger on. Don't you just love it? Cheeky little things. Right, okay, let me get back in there. One of my followers spoke to me about, I'd predicted that they, I hadn't, the angels have predicted everything. Trump, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, the fires, earthquakes, volcanoes, storms, change of leadership, assassination, They've just literally, and they said about flooding of a valley to do with lithium, but then they've found new lithium deposits somewhere. So that's most what they were talking about when they said we found new gold, if you like. I don't know why that's come to mind, but there's an apology for draining the energy. I think it's because I don't normally do this. It's normally for myself, my meditations. And so when I'm sitting in an angel frequency and there's banging and tapping, I don't know if you've heard it, and everybody's here, it's like they've just drained the battery. So let us get back in. I'm sorry if I don't continue from where I was, because I was brought down with a bit of a, because I just heard, and I thought, I thought, hang on a minute, it's gone black, and then I'm tapping the phone and it's completely bloody dead. It's full battery. Incredible. Okay. Thank you. So Jeremiel with the reviews is also talking about the earth, the actual earth layer. What it's the makeup of it is. I think they want me to do the eye chamber guided meditation to help you reflect and check in on yourself. So I'll do that in the future. And also self-love journal, self-love, about how you can feed your soul and love yourself again after whatever's happened. Forgiveness is key. Others, you. It's the only way to let it go and be free. The earth layer is actually a quantum space they've created with imagery to make you feel comfortable. And it's just another gentle way for us to help raise our consciousness. It's just explained the celestial makeup, if you like, of that layer. I'm going to go there after this and just see what happens. There's a lamb there. There's a lamb. I need to, what does a lamb mean? People, Google and let me know. So Jeremiel's just raised his right arm and just said, you need to reach out. You need to reach out to seek your destiny, to allay your fears, to reach your destinies, and reach out to your community. Reach out, find your soul tribe. I feel we have a wonderful soul tribe here, but also in your communities, in your spiritualist centres, in your friendships. Reach out when you feel weak. Reach out when you need to communicate. Reach out to people that may be able to assist you in getting to where you need to go. For some of you already have the answers to all of your issues, problems around you already. You just haven't chosen to look. And by sitting in front of the eye, going to the eye chamber, sitting in front of a mirror, going up to the earth layer, you are literally getting the clues to your crossword puzzle. You're just filling in the gaps. The more you do that, the more you will get your answers. The more you will feel what's wrong and right in your life. The more you will sense people, situations, work environments, home environments, family, kids. The more you'll sense what's going on, what you feel in them, what's going on around you. What a beautiful way to show it. I know it's Disney, so don't go hating because I'm mentioning Disney, but the analogy is Snow White eating the poisoned apple. There's far too many of us that will literally grab something and go for it, even though we know it's detrimental to ourselves. You know, particularly relationships, investing in things that you know really aren't going to go anywhere, but you're stubborn. It's just the poison apple. You know, look at the apple. Put it on your web. Is it a strong, healthy one? Who offered it to me? How did they offer it to me? How did I feel when I saw it? Shall I bite into it and invest into this apple, or shall I let it go and say, no, you're all right. My soul's telling me this isn't right. I don't want it. Weird analogy, bearing in mind everything around Disney, but hey ho. Very simple though. It's just like, you know, I think you have it in all your countries, catchphrase where It's a game where you're shown imagery and you've got to work out what it is. Sometimes it's really clear, sometimes it isn't. And these catchphrase images will come to your mind and you will see them and you need to work out what they are, or they'll be so clear you'll know exactly what they mean. They can show you what crystals to use, what holistic therapists to use, who to reach out to, you know, what therapist to use. I want to go here, whatever it is, whatever decisions you have to make. I'm seeing the Two of Swords now, you know, blindfolded. You've got to trust in the divine. That's why the moon is in the back of that card, because it's showing you that you don't need your eyes to see, because your ego kicks in then. You need to go within to make your decisions and stick with them. Or if they're the wrong decision, have the courage to change them. It's not defeat, it's acknowledging what is better for your soul. Thank you. Elephant now. Oh, okay. So there's going to be more projects, more investments into the, oh, thank God, into the protection and policing of our sacred animals that are critically endangered. There's going to be some form of movement here to protect our animals. And again, we remind you that your prayers, intentions and thoughts are as tangible as a solid table in front of you. Send out your love, strength to places that need it, to the animals that need it, to landscapes that need it, to people, souls. Send out your energy mindfully, even if it's just 30 seconds of your TikTok time. Send it out. It will get there, it will arrive, and it will deliver. I was personally in a really dark space for the last few days, really having to face a lot of my grief and fears, anger, all sorts of things, and I wasn't in a good space. I wanted to isolate, but I didn't. I reminded myself to reach out, as Jeremiel reminds us, and then Lottie, as you know, beautiful Lottie and Lorraine, they sent some healing to me, and today I've made an effort and I feel good, and I felt impassioned to do this video and link up, whereas I hated them 2 days ago. Healing remotely, thought processes, it works. Do it. And if any of you are trained in, I hate the word trained, you're not trained, but anybody who's a light worker, healer, send your energy out there. It really, you've got to believe in yourself, and you've got to know that you can create so much change through your own thoughts, intentions, behaviour and consciousness. Be benevolent. Do something every day out of kindness for someone or something or yourself. It's so important. Chamuel. I'm out in the celestial garden. She's picked a rose for me. It's red, base chakra. She's given me strength. Strength of the lion, Leo. That was her. Yeah, I've gone pink and green. Oh, there's healing. She's taken me to a healing space for you. That was her words just a minute ago about the self-love and the kindness, benevolence. Call on her if you have got issues with yourself. She will help you in all things, addictions, problems, self-hatred, self-doubt, you know, lack of belief in yourself. There's a lot of them coming in. Call on me, call on me. And don't, you know, be afraid to pause and write down what these angels do. That's why I did that bookmark, because it's got all of the attributes of angels and how you can invoke them, what ray they work on. Ah, that's the green energy. We're in sort of Raphael's domain. He isn't present. Oh, hello. Oh my God. Seraphim. I'm at the celestial pool, or pool of life, whatever you want to call it. The water is cascading. Lion's mouth tonight. Lion is massive for me at the moment. Lion's mouth going down to a lotus flower, water's trickling down. There's cherubim being, the imagery's put on the next level tier of where the translucent water is running. Thank you. Seraphim. One, whole voice of them. So they're laying me down, placing my head rested on this, on the base of the pool. If you can, create a vision of you sitting, just imagine a big fountain and just create that vision in your head if you can, or just try and feel it or listen to my words as I lay back. And they are cupping the water from the base of the fountain, placing it over my divine chakras. In fact, they're pouring it over my whole soul energy. This is ultimate healing, release of trauma, release of being bereft. And because the cherubim have implemented their energy, never seen that before, they've changed the makeup, which they can do all of the time. Nothing is solid, remember. They change the imagery on anything they want to. And the cherubim are there, and part of the water essence is strength from the lion, enduring storms, the lotus flower, allowing yourself to be exposed to the sunlight, allowing yourself to grow and blossom and be on top of the pond in the traditional Buddhism belief system. And the cherubim are here to release self-judgment. Perhaps a lot of the collective that are speaking, watching me now, let me know below. These three main items are very high in the collective that are watching or being exposed to this session. So they're releasing this for you and creating this healing environment. I do have a guided meditation, actually, the Seraphim Garden. If you're interested to be taken to this space, they will know exactly what needs healing in your body and they will do it. Emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, they will do their best they can to alleviate your pain. I've seen that before. There's just around, I'm aware that there's a number of soldiers having their trauma relieved. Bless you for your service. Bless you, Earth Angels. That ascended master, is it St. Germain? Is there a St. Germain? I'm sure he's saying that's who he is. I'm so sorry, I don't know about that, but he's stating that, can you see how frustrated we all are as a collective energy in this consciousness, in our celestial frequency? For you have literally got every paradise, every answer, and every benevolent energy supplied up in this frequency. We do not understand why so many humans do not come to us more often, as we can create a much better path as you walk your human experience. We welcome you here and we will take you wherever your soul needs to go. Do not fear. Trust us and know that we hold you down there and we will hold you up here. We will allow the vessel to rest now, and I thank you for being here and present, and I thank you for allowing your voice to vocalise your experience here today in what you call the Crystal Palace. They don't call it that, I do, because we need to create a mind map, a mind imagery for us to send our intention to that imagery And that's where we find ourselves in that frequency. We are a natural radio that can align and tune into any frequency we wish. You have to know this as truth, as fact. There is so much more peace coming. There's like a settlement here. Because again, I've seen another dove. And this also means find your peace. Reach out to people or gently cut them away if they are harming your energy and yourself, your true self. Find your peace, find your harmony. Just try and visualize it now. Try and visualize yourself laying back and allowing this beautiful silver, greens, blues, turquoise, purples, this water just pour over you. You could be laying down, sitting up, this beautiful, big warrior type woman looking like a Grecian goddess with long white robes, gold belt hanging loosely over the waist area, black hair, the most incredible blue eyes, green eyes, black. They change colour, the seraphim. They're in their peace state now. They are quite scary when you see them in warrior mode or they're down, you know, picking mass souls up. And they're singing. They're singing your soul back to balance, serenity. Okay. Stay with your eyes closed if you can. Try and create that vision or that thought as I help you resonate with the 5 to 8 healing energy. And during those brief minutes that you've just had, you've done what very simply is what they're asking. You're sitting in your space with no thoughts of human activity, what you need to do, what you haven't done, blah, 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 blah. And you just sat in the energy. That's all you need to do. That is the basic. So just open your eyes now if you've still got your eyes closed. And I'd like you just to imagine either turning a switch on and off or putting a cloak around you. I like the cloak actually. If you can visualise or feel it or just listen to my words, because my intention will be set to your soul. I would like to envisage you literally having a huge curtain being drawn around you, and it's bright pink. Chamuel. I'm so pink today. Chamuel. Self-love. Abundance, positivity flowing through you, grounding you down, back to the earth plane. Go and have a cup of tea, bit of chocolate, anything that's going to bring you back to the earth plane. And whenever you need to just take those seconds out, either rewatch this or try a guided meditation or just sit, swim, walk, garden, cycle, whatever it is that keeps your mind still, do it. I really hope this has helped you today. I've absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved every minute of it. And I hope to see you again soon. I think I might do a news and views. Might do. Let's see. God bless you all and just keep going.